All right, so the one thing that I keep on coming back today after reviewing this microphone is how in the heck did they do all of this for $100 or less, depending on the cell? Let's go ahead and take a look at a piece of technology today that has been really, really impressive that I've been able to get to play with now for the last couple of weeks, and that is the Maono PD200W. Now, this is a hybrid dynamic microphone that packs a really, really great sound and some really, really fantastic wireless features, and it does it for less than $100. Let's go and take a look at it and see if it's something that might make sense for you in your studio, especially if you are a future or budding podcaster. Oh, hey, and one note about this, Maono did reach out to me and ask me if I'd be interested in checking this product out. I'm not getting paid for this. I don't get to review this in any way, shape, or form. They literally just sent me this in a box and asked me to give my opinions on it. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to be doing this whole video speaking on it just so you can hear the sound quality, but this is billed as a no worries microphone. But is it? I mean, it is incredibly affordable. Like I said, you can get it for $100 or even cheaper online for certain cells. Now, the number one point about this mic is that it is a hybrid wireless mic. That means that you can put this just about anywhere and you're not going to have to worry. Notice here, there's no long XLR cables or USB cables or any other kind of dongles on it. You can literally just set this down and it is wireless, but notice it does have an XLR port. Notice it does have a USB-C. You can basically make a hybrid of this and hook it up to whatever makes sense for your workflow. Now, you can either use this as a 2.4G wireless for maximum freedom, and as you can see, that's what I'm doing right now, or you can use it the USB to plug and play into your cell phone, computer, tablet, whatever you want. Or if you even have a more professional setup, like I said, it does have an XLR input right here that you can basically use for any professional setup if you have preamps and things like that. So it is incredibly, incredibly flexible. Now, as a mic excels, this is a 30 millimeter dynamic capsule with a cardioid pickup with an 82 decibel signal to noise ratio and up to 128 dB of SPL. So the good thing about this mic is really, really good at keeping your voice nice and clear. And with that extra 128 decibels of SPL, it keeps it distortion free. So it's just a really nice mic. I've been really, really happy with the sound I was able to get from this mic in the testing that I've been able to do it. Now, I do want to dive here into the wireless aspects of this mic first, because I really think that's what makes this thing stand out besides the audio quality of it. Now, you actually have multiple receiver options for the mic. The first you have is actually this USB-C receiver right here. And as you can see, it's nice and small. And you can plug this straight into your computer, laptop, tablet, phone, whatever it is. And what I like about this, if you plug it in, it's going to just instantly be recognized by whatever device you have. I was able to plug this into my Mac and it instantly started recording with it. Once I found it, I didn't have to really think about it. It just recognized it super easy. Now, this is a USB-C one, but they do have a Lightning port receiver if you have an older iPhone and want to have that in there. I actually do have an older iPhone, so I couldn't put this in my iPhone, but I'm probably going to end up getting the Lightning connector because this is so useful and it is so nice to have. But if you have any kind of newer phone that has a USB-C input, you can plug this right in and record straight in your phone. And what's cool about this is that even though I can plug this straight into my phone and record this audio into my phone, I can actually record it into my phone at the same time that I have the XLR going in there. So I can actually have audio being recorded on two different devices at once. So that is really, really nice little aspect of this, having that hybrid capability. And what I really liked about this is I was basically recording, say, a Zoom call for maybe a podcast. All I had to do was I could just plug this receiver in, screen capture the Zoom call, and I have quality podcast audio straight from my computer because it was just really, really simple. Now, there's also another type of receiver that you can get with this that is designed more for a 3.5 millimeter jack. And this is absolutely fantastic if you're like me and want to plug it straight into your camera. As a matter of fact, that's what I have right now. I have this plugged into the top of my camera. I'm just wirelessly transmitting to my camera. It's getting that receiver, and I'm able to plug that there into my 3.5 millimeter jack and get the sound on my camera. And just in case you're wondering, the wireless component of this, they do advertise this is up to 60 meters that you can get it. Now, I have seen that some of this is the line of sight. So you want to make sure you have a clear line of sight. But that is actually something that I've never come close to testing out the distance on this thing because Usually, when I'm doing a podcast or using a mic like this in that type of situation, I'm usually only about 3 or 4 feet away from wherever I am. And in those situations, I've had no issues whatsoever getting a good, clean, powerful wireless signal from this device. The other really unique aspect of this mic is the fact that the receivers can actually connect two individual PD200Ws at the same time. And this is perfect for anyone that is out there interested in doing podcasts. What that means is you can actually get two of these, and they do sell package deals of these. I only have one to test, but you can actually sell two of these, and you only need one receiver to get both signals. So that basically gives you a minimum amount of setup and fuss to get a situation where you have two professional podcast sound audio things coming into just one device. And to further double down on the podcast simplicity of it all, this isn't only designed to basically take two voices, it's also designed to create dual track recording where it essentially captures it as a stereo track. And if you have two mics, each one will be on a different channel. So you can come in and that basically lets you have a lot more flexibility in post in capturing those things. It's really, really good for crosstalk. Maybe someone's talking over someone. It just gives you a lot more audio precision in the edit. Now, in addition to its really powerful wireless features, this mic also has a traditional XLR output, so you can plug it straight into any traditional audio equipment with preamps, you name it, that you would traditionally do. There's also a USB-C plug if you just want to go ahead and not worry about any of the wireless tethering and just plug this sucker straight into your computer. One thing I really liked about this is they did give you a long cable that came with this device. And what's cool about this, I'm going to pop up the side here. It's actually got this USB-C on one side where it blocks in the pop. But if you look here, you can pop it up and it's got a converter that goes from a USB-C to a traditional USB-A, depending on whatever the connectors are on your machine. And what I like about it, it's kind of just built, it's connected here to the cable itself. So this is really cool. And I like the fact that it's actually long, it's practical. So it's one of those things, if I, for some reason, I didn't want to mess with the wireless thing and I just wanted to plug straight in, this cable is long enough and practical to work. And it comes with a kit. I don't have to worry about hunting down and finding a cable that's long enough to worry with what I want if I want to just have a plug-in traditional thing. They also do send you a second converter like this that lets you do a traditional USB-C. It's got that thing, but it's also a female and a male connector. So it gives you a lot of freedom and options on how you want to do this and how you got to plug it in. Now, if you know anything about me, you will know that I am a big believer in simplicity and ease of use in any type of product. And the good news is about this PD200W, it is so just nice, simple, and intuitive to use. Now, it does have this cool LED lighting thing going on. You can actually hit the power button back here and cycle through different LED lights, which I think is pretty cool. And I don't know, man. I just think it's got a cool podcasting vibe to it that I really like the aesthetics of having that in there. Now, if you look at the back of it, it's pretty simple. It's got an XLR input, it's got a USB-C input, it's got a power button, and that's pretty much it. And then you finish it all off with a headphone jack. So to cut it on, all you do is you cut on the power button, this thing lights up, and you are good to go. And on the top of it, what's nice, it's got a really big kind of obvious mute button. So if I hit I'll cut it back on and now I'm unmuted again. It's actually really nice, especially because this is so designed for that kind of podcast type world. Sometimes you just want to mute something and not have that going. It's just nice having that button there. I really appreciated that. And then there's an obviously gain dial button here at the top. And what's nice is if you click it once, it'll let you control your headphone volume. And then if you come back and click it again, it'll control the gain of the mic itself. And that's it. It's very, very simple, very, very plug and play. There is also one other really, really nice aspect of this mic that I definitely think is worth pointing out. And that is not only do you get the mic itself, but you get this whole desk mount that comes with the kit. That includes the base and this stand. And it works really, really well. It's got a good, decent weight to it that's more than enough to handle this microphone. So you literally can get this and you're basically, as soon as you open the box, you're ready to pretty much start rolling. Now, whenever I do a review of anything, I always do like to point out what I consider any rooms for improvement in a product itself. And whew, this one was a little bit tougher because this thing packs so much stuff in a $100 package. The only thing that I would point out that you should be aware of is that It does come with this USB-C plug. However, if you do want to get a receiver that you can plug into the 3.5 millimeter jack, that is a separate purchase. It's not really a knock I would put against this. It's just something to be aware of because that is probably something if you're using cameras, you're probably going to want. If you're not worried about cameras, then you don't have to worry about it. And just be aware that it does come with this USB-C. But if you have a lightning port on your phone or iPad or whatever it is, you are going to have to get a separate one for that. But anyway, guys, this is just one of those products that you come across. And when I first heard about this, I didn't believe it could do everything it said. And I've just been really, really impressed. I haven't been anything about this that I can really knock. It's just an incredible product, an incredible price. And I think if you think about any kind of podcast stuff, definitely worth picking up and throwing in your bag. I know I'm definitely getting a second one so I can go and start doing more on location podcasts with people and know I got a good mic that I can take me out there. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you have to say with this. Leave me notes and comments down below. And yeah, go out there, keep on shooting. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.